So gardening doesn't need to be expensive. I've spent very little on this allotment. As I've already said, I keep a lot of the seeds from last year, and then I keep weeds down with carpet quite a lot, and this allotment's full of carpet. The only thing you need to watch is carpets which are nylon or an artificial material mixed in with fabrics that do fall to bits. So you either want to have one which is going to just stay as a solid carpet and squash the weeds, or one which is going to really break down, that's made of wool, which isn't so common these days. I use ones quite often like this bit of blue carpet here, which came out of an office probably. It's the cheapest bit of crap you'll ever see, but and now it's not so good at all. But I mean, what it's doing in this bit is just keeping the weeds down for me, and I move those around depending on where I am. There's another advantage to this having carpets, which I don't know if they're going to be here, but there's a world of ants under here, and usually, of course they're not here now, are they? But under here, there are often slow worms, which are a protected species. But you can see there are beetles running around. There's a whole world of insect life under here. And that, for me, is partly what an allotment's about. It should be somewhere. It's an ark as well as a place to grow food. I'll see if they're up this end. Of course they're not when we come to film. So I found one under another bit of carpet. This is a slow worm, a protected species, and it's not a snake, it's a lizard. Very beautiful animal. So this is, as I say, a legless lizard. You have to be very careful of them, because if you grab them too hard, it breaks its tail just there. So that if a cat or something catches its tail, it can break it, and then it grows another tail. But it's a very beautiful animal. It's a little little tongue flipping out. Slightly unhappy at being taken from underneath its carpet, and they live on the ants underneath the carpet. And that's the kind of reason, or one of the reasons, why I have an allotment which it's not completely weeded. There are lots of flowers on here. I'm more and more sure that we need to be trying to create little oases for the species and the insects that still live on our dear planet. Come on, mate, off you go. I'll put it back. There you go. He'll find his own way home. So the other thing which is traditionally used as a mulch, of course, is cardboard, available free from recycling boxes all over the nation. And you can spread that around. You can spread the carpet, and then if you've got it, you can put manure or compost on top of that, and that just flattens the weeds. More and more people are doing a Charles Dowding style no dig, where you're putting down the carpet, and then a good layer, sorry, not carpet, you're putting down cardboard and then a good layer of compost, and then that's it. You just grow through that. That squashes the weeds and lets you just do things without digging at all. A few weeks ago, or a few videos ago, we talked about using bits of gutter or bits of old tree guard to make planters for peas and beans. Here, that's exactly what Kevin's doing. He's got peas growing there, hung up in his greenhouse, and no doubt he'll slip those out shortly into his immaculate allotment, which is behind us. So in passing, let me just show you this. This is leaf beet. We talked about leaf beet a bit before when we were pricking things out, I think, and sowing it. Leaf beet's a biennial, which means it grows one year, you get most of your crop off it, and the next spring, all it wants to do is flower. So these are the flower heads. This will be pouring up into flower and seeds. There'll be a few more leaves off it to eat, but basically, I'm now keeping this little clutch here for the seed. Leaf beet's one of those things which I've grown the same seed year after year after year, so I never buy leaf beet seed. It's always the same plants going on, and we'll do a video later about collecting seed and what works and what doesn't and how to do it, but this is a particularly easy one, so I'm just leaving a few in from last year's.